Good morning. Happy Wednesday. When you're suppressed for time, you gotta do something a little different. So I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone. So I'm doing my morning walk as well as doing this Darren's Notes. Welcome to another edition. There's just a couple things I want to just run through and briefly talk about real quick. One being the shooting in Virginia. That kind of touched my heart a little bit. It's devastating. It's really inexcusable at the end of the day. Trying to remember the names. I did write down a note. Of course, that's why this is called Darren's Notes. But I wrote down a note. Give me 1 second here, pull it out. And I'm walking in the middle of the street, so I kind of have to be aware of all of my surroundings. All right, so let's see what we got here. We have, and he's actually on the second page. Did I drop my pen? I did. Oh, guys, this is not the morning. Trust me, this is not the morning. Okay. On Sunday, there was a shooting. Suspect's name go by Christopher Darnell Jones Jr. The victims were Devin Chandler, I think it's Lavelle Davis Jr., Deshaun Perry. My heart goes out to those families because this is such foolishness. They were all football players down in Virginia playing football, and they just went out to DC just to have a good time, and just to spend some time with each other. And for this to happen, especially when you don't know a lot of details, or as a lot of people call them, the deets, it's a shame. It's one of the worst feelings when you're thinking you're just sleeping that night, and that's not the case. It's not the case to be able to pinch yourself and say, damn, is this surreal? Or am I having a dream? It's just, my heart goes out to the families as they try to, process through it. When it first broke out on Sunday, it was like they really couldn't even process it because they didn't know nothing. To be honest, they probably didn't even know if it was true or not. So it's kind of frustrating to see that and all of that, and it really hurts all at the same time. So hopefully we'll learn more on the longer run, maybe in the next week, next few days, maybe. Hoping something gotta happen. Something has to be known about what's going on, why it happened, what was the purpose, was the suspect on the bus with them? Well, let me not say that was the suspect on the bus with them. Was it intentional? That's my question. But there's just a lot of questions that needs to be answered. There are more questions that needs to be answered as well. So my heart goes out to the families, all of the families. So that's my first thing. And the second thing, I want to talk about just Saturday for a second. I had to kind of bring this to attention to a couple people. Give me 1 second here. Grab my notebook, my handy dandy notebook. So, Jeff Saturday got his first win as a head coach on Sunday against the Raiders in Las Vegas, I believe. No, might have been here. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember. But he got his first win. Major case in point. He got his first win. Okay, so now a lot of people beforehand were criticizing Jim Irsay for making this decision. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought it was a good move. I didn't like that Frank Reich got fired, But I just would have believed that if Frank Reich would have gotten rid of the offensive line's coach, and got in Jeff Saturday, that probably would have advanced Jeff Saturday's coaching career. But the jump from, I don't know if it was Pee Wee or high school coaching or whatever he was doing, up to the NFL elite level, says a lot about who Jeff Saturday is. You got to remember, he did play under the great Howard Mudd as the offensive line's coach during his tenure when he was playing with the Colts. So he got a lot of experience and a lot of, he has a lot of great qualities that comes with him as a football player. And I'll never understand why everybody keep overlooking the offensive line within the front office. I would never understand that. So for Jim Irsay to do what he did, you have to make those moves. Rather if it's good moves or bad moves, you have to do it and see what happens. Jim Irsay put out a tweet, all you critics, quote, you criticized all of us in the NFL for losing. When we made moves to win, you act so righteous. Who you crapping? Just win, baby, end quote. Football emoji and the peace emoji. I can relate to Jim Irsay when it comes down to that, just simply because when you're a fantasy manager, you have to make moves. Yahoo Fantasy, they predicted we was gonna go 0-15, went out 4-6. You make moves. So, just a couple thought processes in my head. Just wanted to share that. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I'm your host, Darren Watts. Catch our podcast, Double Take Sports Talk with the Watts Brothers. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. Check us out. Thanks for listening.